Where should I post that, Ashley? Like on Pinterest?
I'll be back.
Yeah, I would put your name on it.
Do you have a blog? Put it on there too. I don't have one, but that's like my goals is to have a blog one day, but
no, I don't. I can barely come up with anything to say to post on Facebook, let alone have a blog.
Go. Why? We've got Caitlin. You can write a blog all day long.
Right. The writer.
I work full time, friends. I'll do it over the summer for you. I got you covered.
All right. March 9th. So not, I feel like there's a lot to be covered on Ultimate Portion Fix always. Like there's a lot of questions surrounding it. There's a lot of, I don't know what to do with this thing. Like, what am I doing? How am I marketing it? Am I talking about it? Am I not? I want to just dive into that a little bit. First, I kind of wanted to share, so I've been listening to Mel Robbins, Take Control of Your Life on Audible. And it's a long listen. It's like 11 hours long to listen to. I think 5-second rule was pretty equivalent. Like, was pretty long too. And she does like 6 life coaching sessions with different people that are struggling with different things. And the first guy is like he's like a gym teacher, like a gym teacher, has 2 kids, wife, lives in Jersey, and like his struggle is like he wants something more out of his life. He's like 43. He doesn't know what he wants. Like feels like he's in limbo. He's like midlife crisis. What am I doing? And wants to open like a wine shop or like a whatever. Anyway, long story short, she like talks him through all these things, and he like talks about his fears, and he talks about like why he hasn't done this yet. And then she talks about how it should not be this big daunting like she's like kind of anti-vision board. Like she's like, you shouldn't have all these big ideas and big goals all at once that you need to try to overcome. She's like, it should be like Lego blocks. Like you should literally take one step at a time. What is one thing you can do today to move toward one of your bigger goals? You should set your smaller goals first and make them attainable as you go, and focus on like those little things that you can do to get toward that bigger goal. So she said that's what happens with so many people with like weight loss, with, you know, working toward a goal, is that they have this big goal, like, oh, I want to open this wine shop. And then fear talks them out of it because they get so overwhelmed with all of the things that they have to do that they end up just shutting down and not doing them and being miserable. And I was thinking about that because she was talking about Lego blocks, like as far as weight loss, like, you know, people go into the year and they're like, I want to lose 50 pounds this year. And then they lose 3, and then they gain back 1, and then they lose 4, and then they gain back 2, and then they get frustrated. And she's like, we don't focus on those smaller victories because we try to see the big picture all the time. And she said, you need to like take it back and sometimes just look at the little things that you can do to move you in the right direction. And let me see, I took some she talked a lot about negative self-talk, how negative self-talk will stop you in your tracks all the time. It's not going to work. People are going to judge me. I'm going to look stupid. We overthink, we overcomplicate things way too easily. And if we just stop overthinking and overcomplicating things and just start doing those teeny tiny little action steps, that makes a big difference. And after we got off the call last Saturday, Kelly and Sarah and I kind of chit-chatted a little bit. And we talked about the business activity tracker. And you guys know that like this is the tracker. This is the Beachbody one. Totally found out about page number 2. Didn't know there was a page number 2 where you can write your people down. Super excited because I've been using it this week. And I have, and we were going to check in with our trackers, and my apologies, ladies, for not sending my tracker over. But I did a lot of the things. I didn't do hugely, is that a word? If you ask Trump, it's probably a word. Hugely, I didn't do hugely the things, but I did check the boxes, and I did talk to some people, and I wrote them down in my notebook. Now, I'm not going to say do as I say, not as I do, because sometimes we have off times in our business and we're just not ideal. And I wanted to talk to more people this week, but I froze a lot of times because of this ultimate portion fix. And I know a lot of people are feeling that. Like, I don't know what to talk about. I don't know how to invite to this. I don't know what, like, I feel like I have to start a group and I have to write a blog and I have to write this post and that post and all these things. And what if I don't know enough about it and I'm signing people up and then I fail them, you know? And like, that's where I've been, because with 2B mindset, I was like, okay, here's the thing. You sign up for it, you watch the videos, you do it. I'm going to create a group. I'm going to use the challenge group guide. That's what we're going to do. And I feel like Ultimate Portion Fix, because of this master coach certification, there's like a whole added level to it. And so I've talked to some people. I've had 4 Success Club points this week, which is a victory. And I think it's because I've been using the tracker. Yay. But I will say, for me, that's a Lego block. Like, that's a step in a direction that I need to move forward with, is continuity with tracking my business. And I write stuff down in notebooks, but physically putting it on a tracker and checking off boxes was very gratifying for me this week, because I used that tracker for a couple days and then I'm like, I'll go back to my notebook. And then, but seeing, you know, and checking off the boxes and making sure that I'm following up with these people has been really, really good. So I know that there are several of us that use it and do it. And I know that there are several of us that don't. And I'm not just talking to you guys on the call. I'm talking to everybody listening on the recording. And I think it's something that we should collectively do. I know we're going to do it. We're doing it in our March Leaders in the Making group, where we're doing a business review on Friday and saying, okay, what activities did I do this week that are physically moving my business forward? And what can I do more of? And I think that's something that maybe we just do on Friday. We just post our tracker, post our check-in. Don't have to wait for me to come into the team page and say, hey, post your tracker. Like, you can do it on that day, or you can post it Thursday. If you're printing out a new one for the week. And I think the accountability of knowing that, like, somebody's going to see this. So if I'm serious about this, I probably need to do my things or not. But I think that will help. So if anyone does anyone have any like feedback on that? Anyone want to talk about, I know Sarah and Kelly, you guys are really good about tracking and like staying on top of it and sharing your tracker. But yeah, open to any feedback if anybody wants to add anything to that.
Sarah, you want to show how you like bound yours or whatever? That's a good idea.
So I went at the beginning of the year. I mean, you guys saw my notebook that I made at the beginning of the year. So I didn't bind that until probably just a couple weeks ago, because I wanted to know the best way of doing it. So I actually split them out. So I have a tracker book, and I printed 52 of them, and it cost me like $5 to bind both, I think. And so I have my tracker on one side, and I actually use the back side of the other one for that week, so they're next to each other. And I just write down anyone who has liked or commented on my posts, anyone who has watched my stories that I think is new, not like a regular, and then I go off of that. I mean, there are things that I'm not checking off regularly on my tracker, and sometimes I feel like maybe that's why I'm not doing as good as I would like right now. You know, like one of the things is like I need to recognize achievement in my challenge groups, but also in my stories. And so making that like transition from, okay, here's what my girls are doing well, to my stories and my posts of I need to shout out so-and-so for that reason. That's something that I've missed. Like last week, I only did it 3 days. So it really kind of gives you an insight of, okay, I'm not reaching my goals. What am I doing differently today than I did in January when I hit SC 14? February, I did no personal development, none. And that showed because I was in my head. And that's something that Kelly and I talked at the end of the month about. What was different? Well, I didn't do any personal development because I was in my head. You know, we traveled a lot, but my schedule was inconsistent. I also felt like my followers were the same. Like, I have 109 people that watch my stories every day. They're the 109 same people. So how can I use my tags? How can I change up what I'm doing? I've started going in and following a lot of teachers. Like, when I look at my group as a whole, those are the people that are in my challenge group. When I look at a blanket statement, I have teachers in my group. So I went in and started following a lot of teachers. I've tagged teacher things. So trying to do it that way, and really think about what I've done. I've done nothing with ultimate portion control. I didn't watch National Wake Up Call last week. My tracker, I don't know if you can see it. Like, Friday, I haven't even filled it out. Thursday, I had like 3 checks. But that also goes hand in hand with my life for the last 3 days. So I like it because it's a visual of what I was doing versus what I'm doing and how my business coincides with that. Combine them, because that is, like Ashley said, she prints one and then she doesn't use it. You know, like, this tracker goes everywhere with me. Like, it really goes to school with me. It goes to hockey practice with me. So, like, as I do something, I'm just checking it off. And I like little check marks.
I keep mine in my planner. I haven't found them, but so I just keep it clipped in my planner, and I take this everywhere with me. So, and you can see I did nothing yesterday. Not a thing. Like, didn't do anything. Nothing. I took a break from life yesterday. Sometimes you just need to do that. Nothing on Instagram, nothing on Facebook. I was like, I'm just going to pay attention to my kids all day and have just a day with, I just wanted to shut everything out. I didn't work out, nothing.
That's been me for 2 days. I literally sat in the dark in my quiet room yesterday in my classroom and didn't do anything. I just sat there.
33 days.
Yeah.
It's okay. Sometimes you need to do that, you know?
Come on, go upstairs. Go.
Sorry. That is something, like, I haven't said much on Insta stories because this is the first day that I can chat and, like, use words. But I was honest with my challenge group, and I think that is so important. Like, I posted a picture of my Shakeology when I logged in, and I honestly said, this will be the only good thing that I probably do all day long. And then
That's all I did yesterday.
I'm not going to work out. I'm not going to do that. And that's okay, because I made a promise to myself that I won't let that define me and won't let that define my week. So I think even if you're absent on that social media piece, even if you're, you know, like we just talked about with Amanda, you have to be honest. Like, I posted that very raw, very, like, emotional post on Thursday. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would have 300 likes and 10 shares. Like, I looked at it and I was like, I had taken a picture of my coffee because, honestly, I hadn't posted anything on Instagram. And I was like, I'll just post a picture of my coffee at the rink and, like, hashtag it hockey mom. And I was sitting there and I couldn't talk about it and I couldn't talk to anybody and I couldn't hold it together for my kids. And I just started typing and it was therapeutical. Like, we talked, like, it was therapy for me. And the next day and even this morning, like, I woke up but that's okay, because that's raw and that's real life. And even if we're not on social media posting your sweaty selfie or whatever, you're still posting your life. And I think that's what's most important. And so I was honest with my challenge group. Like, I'm not going to push play. I'm not going to work out. And yesterday morning when I chose to do faster and I cried for the entire 20 minutes and I sweat and I was like in that like I needed to bawl and hyperventilate phase, I was honest with my challengers. I may not post that on social media, but you have to be honest with your challengers, and I think that's what's most important.
I think what's hard for me when it comes to a tracker is that I mean, Ashley and we talked about this at the very beginning of me signing on to coach. Like, I don't have a goal necessarily. Like, I'm just kind of doing what I'm doing, loving helping people. I'll enroll people as I want to. And I feel like the tracker for me is almost too much. Like, if I looked at it and I really worked on it, I could probably pare it down to something that for me felt more manageable. But because I'm not like, ooh, I want to hit diamond this month, or I want to sign so many whatever it is, because I don't have those goals, I look at the tracker and I'm like, well, shoot, I'm not, nope, not hitting that, not doing that. Look at it and really like set.
That's where, honestly, that's where both Kelly and I were before January. Like, and then when we sat down and talked about really what we want and why we want it, and it's not really about the label, it's about that community piece and building that piece of it. But what we did, Caitlin, is we totally dumbed it down. Like, when we started, we like had a little checklist on our phones, like on Google Notes or Google Keep. And literally we would just check it. Like, and it was like, make a post, check. Work out, check. Like, it was like the very minimal that we could do. And it was fine. Like, we were still hitting SC every month. We were still running our challenge groups, but it worked for us at that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would agree, though, Caitlin. This seems pretty intense. This seems like it's for a coach that's really, you know.
Yeah. And I look at it and I'm like, I go through and I check out the things I do every day. Like, you know, on my Insta stories. Like, I always talk about my daily life and my shit show. I always talk about, like, I always post a clip of my workout. Whatever it is. And then I go through and it says like 25 minutes. I don't spend 25 minutes. Or it says 15. I don't spend 15 minutes. Like, which is fine for my life. But it was like, you almost have to get rid of those labels of like, invite 10 people. Well, what if I don't have 10 people to invite?
Right.
Like, what if I look at my stories and it's the same 109 people that have watched my stories, thank you, for the past month and a half? I can't re-invite them again for the third week in a row. Like, they're going to be like, stalker, leave me alone. Or, you're like, oh, you voted on my poll for the 15th time. Yeah, it's my fat thumb again. Like, so, I mean, there are days that I don't invite. And then there are days that I have 10 people that I can invite. So I just use it
loosely.
Mm-hmm.
I know Deidre has a tracker that she has put out that was like, it's like a new coach tracker.
Mm-hmm. I need like a hobby coach.
Yeah, I mean, it's similar. It's like a very simplified, here's some things you should do every day if you want to just be.
Can I show you what I have? I have a good, like, this is.
I have to go potty, I'll be back.
This is Maura Kusaba's tracker, maybe, or Kim Fitzpatrick. One of those two. They remind me of the same person. So it's a walker, runner, walk, jog, runner tracker, like depending on how you want to like attack your business. So there's like, if you're a runner, like I'm going for diamond, I'm going for 1 star, I'm going like, this is what you do. If you're like a jogger, like, I kind of want to, like, I'm pushing, but I'm not, and then if you're a walker, like this one is like Success Club 0 to 5 each month, like share, PD, commit to Shakeology and doing your workout. Like, oh, I'm doing that.
Good job. You're doing great.
So if you want something like this, I can send this over to you. And, there's like weekly, what have you done this week? What are some goals that you've achieved this week? And then it gives you this like behavior action thing. So if you want to track that, like you can put your 10 most important behaviors, on here, and that's what you track. So if like meal prep is like one of your 10 most important behaviors, like there you go, you track that, so if you want something like that, I can send it over.
Yeah, will you send that to me, please?
Yeah. And then there's like, more stuff you can put in here, obviously, but I think, and then let me see if I have that other one. That's Deidre's. It's probably in the March Leaders in the Making group.
I know. I was just trying to look at her page and see if I could find it, but I can't. I don't see anything that.
Oh my gosh, this needs to move over. Where is it? Well, I can find it and send it over to you. But it's like a 30. It's like a everybody tracker. Like anybody can use it. I think I've always been intimidated by using a tracker, and it's totally different for everybody, because if obviously, like if your goals are, Caitlin, your goals are different than Kelly's goals, and Sarah's goals are different than Amanda's goals, and like, I don't think it's designed for everybody that, obviously, like, I don't want to push for 1-star diamond this month, so I'm not going to do all the things that I, like that, it can seem overwhelming. But I think having some form of like what you're doing for your business, so that way in 6 months, if you're like, okay, I want to do this, you can look back and say, what was I doing? What do I need to do more of? What, so that way you kind of have an idea that, that you're using something. But yeah, I have a couple ones. I think there was probably a couple in our team page too. We've probably used 50 different ones over the course of the last 3 to 12 years as coaches, 10 years. And then Christina's on. I wanted to say hi to Christina. we can't see you, Christina, but we know you're there. Christina is new-ish. Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hi.
Hello.
Christina just had her first person sign up for a challenge pack last night. She joined our team in December, right? December. And she has been she's had a lot of success on her own fitness journey, and has a great story, and has been just rocking it and consistent, and diving in more, and she was in our February group, and is doing health vet, and just had her first person enroll for that too. So welcome, Christina. Glad to have you on the call. She's also you're in Washington, right? Washington State. So it's 6:30 there.
Yeah.
So she's just snoozing, getting up, coming in, getting up.
Yeah, just waking up.
Welcome, lady. Glad to have you. Does anybody want to share anything, victories from this last week, before I just do a little synopsis on Ultimate Portion Fix?
I survived.
Yeah,
and I've never been so glad to see the weekend in my entire life, I think.
Yeah.
So what you guys probably didn't know was we also had a teacher commit suicide this week in our district. Didn't show up Monday morning. So not only did Tracy's mom pass away, and we had the active shooter, we also had a teacher commit suicide in our district. So I've never been so glad to see a Saturday in my entire life. So I survived. I'm here. I worked 5 days. I worked out a few of those days. I ate like shit all week. I learned that as much as I thought that I had overcome my stress eating, I have not. But I did thank God for Rachel Hollis and when she came out, because I have been listening to Girl Stop Apologizing on repeat all week long, so she's in my ear.
Is it good? You like it so far?
I do. I love listening to her. I know I should buy the book, but she speaks to my soul, and I love how
I
passionate
like
she
listening
is.
to her also.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure my assistant principal thinks I'm crazy because she walked into my room the other day. Oh, and it's report card week. Did I mention that? I had 26 report cards to do. I didn't want to bring them home this weekend. She walked into my room the other day and she was like, do you have a minute? As Rachel Hollis is like, girl, get off of your ass. I was like, sorry. So anyways, that was my week. Thank you all for your sweet texts. That's it.
Yeah, I feel like this week just wasn't great all around for a lot of people.
No, I'm
Too many things. When do you have spring break, Sarah?
The last week.
Yeah, too. Okay.
The week of the cruise.
Oh, right. Oh, right.
So don't worry. I'll be like this all week long, wondering why I'm sitting in the cold weather and I didn't go on the cruise.
Ah,
Yeah.
you go next year.
Well, I already denied that one too. So
I know, I did too.
Wait till it comes. You'll get another invite.
not with
Did you guys
SC0.
get an email yesterday about it?
What?
Did you get an email yesterday about it?
Yeah, I did.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Did I? I don't know.
Yeah, you
I also have 3,000 emails I need to delete.
I don't even
Oh,
want to talk about my inbox.
probably.
We're batting 100 over here.
No.
You might
Hold
have a good spot on the wait list, Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I'm
what
gonna
the email was.
I also didn't have one SC point last month, so
You already kicked ass last year.
That's okay. I think you need to get maybe 10 per quarter total.
well, I'm already there.
Yeah.
Oh, got that on lock.
In the bag. So ultimate portion fix. This is my thoughts.
I feel so good about it with your face right now. Real good. Yeah.
So this is what happened this week. I decided on last weekend that I was like, yeah, maybe I'm going to wait on this. Maybe I'll do it when it comes out. And then National Wake Up Call and just trying to wrap my head around it. And I'm like, okay, Ashley, this is your job to teach people about the things. So maybe you should do the things to teach people about it. And my challengers' biggest struggle is always nutrition. Meal prep, containers, how do I use them? Struggle, nutrition, eating, sugar, addiction, all that stuff. So I did a little reading, and then Monday, and then on Tuesday I signed up and I ordered my thing, and I did the master certification. I fully intended, and I have this on my vision board, that I'm going to pursue some additional nutrition education this year, whether it's getting sports nutrition certified through NASM or taking some kind of nutritional certification just for my own benefit. And To-Be Mindset was great. I loved it, but it wasn't enough for me to dive into that certification because they had a To-Be Mindset certification. I just didn't feel it enough. And I personally have always used the containers. I don't physically use them every single day, but I did for enough time to where I can visualize portions on my plate. And sometimes I use them for meal prep. Now, when I did 80-Day Obsession last year, I strictly used them, followed the time nutrition, and had some of the best results that I've ever achieved with the Beachbody program. And I fully believe that had everything to do with that timed nutrition. So Ultimate Portion Fix explores basic portion container stuff, timed nutrition, and carb cycling. So a lot of people ask about carbs, low carb, how do I blah, 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 keto, all that stuff. And she's very adamant about don't do keto. Like she makes that very clear in like one of the first videos because it's not sustainable. And she's like, if you want sustainability, this is what it is. If you want to do low carb or no carb, there's a carb cycling plan that she dives into, and it's 3 weeks. You do it for 3 weeks to achieve a certain result, and then you take 3 months off of it because your body physically cannot handle it. So she literally details everything there is to know. And I'm like 8 videos in, and there's 30 videos. And it's a commitment. It is a commitment. It is 5 hours of videos to watch over the course of 30 days. There's a calendar, and there's a calendar for master certification. Do you need to do master certification? That's totally up to you. You can still, what's nice about the master certification is the additional resources that you get. So tons of documents that include like how to interview someone about their nutrition, how to give someone additional resources if they're struggling with food addiction, sugar addiction, binging, emotional eating, things like that. How to help people figure out why they're having these struggles. So there's a ton of coaching geared stuff that's not just like, hey, I'm a coach in a challenge group. It's like, hey, let's seriously figure this out and give you the results that you've been wanting. And she talks about how important it is that you get in the mindset that this is a lifestyle and that this isn't a 21-day diet. This isn't a 30-day diet. Like she teaches that this is long-term. And when you get the hang of using these containers and start to see portion-styled eating, then you can make this a long-term lifestyle. So I really love, and Autumn is extremely intelligent. Sometimes you wouldn't know it from some of her 80-day session videos and stuff. She seems kind of like, woo, but she knows so much about fitness and nutrition, and she can speak for hours. I mean, these videos are long. Some of them are long. But she knows her shit. And it's like, for me, diving in, it's everything that I thought it was going to be and more. And I'm taking pages upon pages of notes, learning about macronutrients, how carbohydrates work in our body, how our liver converts things to glucose, how if you eat too much of a certain thing, there's not enough room for your body to absorb those nutrients. So if you're on a high protein diet, your body can only absorb so much protein, and the rest is going to be converted to glucose, which is going to be stored as fat. And so that's why this timed nutrition and these portion work, because it's allowing your body to utilize the nutrients that you're giving it and not allowing your body to over absorb, too many carbohydrates, too much glucose, too many fats, too much, because your body literally cannot process all that stuff. And that's why like doing something like keto, things like shut down, brain fog, like your brain needs the glucose from carbohydrates to function normally. That's why people have brain fog and things. So anyway, all of that aside, bottom line, will this help someone with their nutrition? Yes, if they are willing to make the commitment. What do you need to know as a coach? Well, you can do the posts. Like I did that little document that says like how to promote Ultimate Portion Fix, like, or what, whatever it was. I can't remember. It's up here somewhere. Ultimate Portion Fix invite process. What do you need to know? Just the basics. FAQs, read the document, know that there's 30 videos, know that they get access to these 30 videos. And on the nutrition app is where they will find them if they're not watching from a computer. So the Beachbody Nutrition app, which is now available on both. And then there's Ultimate Portion Fix in here. And then you have your videos, and it walks you through every video, and there's a calendar that you can follow. All of the resources are in here, so they can print out all of the things. They get the Fixate 2 cookbook, which is wonderful, and she has said, you can try to go create your own stuff, or there's 101 recipes in regular Fix8 and 102 in Fix8 2. And then there's all of the ones on the Beachbody blog. So she's like, you're not going to get bored with recipes. You don't have to eat chicken, rice, and broccoli every single day. Don't let people think that they have to do that. And she's like, yes, wine, yes, chocolate, yes, sweets, and using the Fix8 like dessert type recipes too. But she is very helpful. Sarah, did you want to say something?
I do, because I am online with customer service. Mm-hmm. Can I ask what package that is, like with the certification, with everything? Like, what's the cost of that? Like, what's included in that one? It's the package, right?
So you need the one with Shakeology too.
Well, yeah, because they're gonna switch it. Yeah.
Let me look.
Because I was trying to find the packages and I can't find them.
You have to click on, because it's not under challenge packs. In that little header on the Team Beachbody site, there it says like Ultimate Portion Fix. You have to click on like learn more, and then you have to log in as a coach, because it only allows coaches to view the challenge pack purchase things.
Okay. So,
and then you have to click like shop now. So there's challenge pack with certification, your coach price $199. That's Ultimate Portion Fix and Shakeology with certification.
Okay, so it's $199, you said?
That's with the certification. If you don't want the certification, it's $160.
But what's the one that has bod and all?
Okay. There's one that's $245, Ultimate Portion Fix, bod, Shakeology, challenge pack, $245.
But that's not the certification.
And that does not have certification. Now, well, you want Shakeology. I was going to say, I know that you can order a challenge pack and then add bod in for $40. So I think you might be able to do the Ultimate Portion Fix and Shakeology challenge pack and then add in a year of bod for $40. If you don't want the tote bag and what else comes with it?
I know he's asking me right now. He's like, which one do you want? I'm like, Okay, so okay, let's just forget about the certification right now, I guess. Because
So let me show you. Do you want me to do a screen share real quick? Because I have it pulled up.
Yeah.
I think you want
So this is
Ultimate Portion Fix and Shakeology, right?
This one, the Ultimate Portion Fix, but I want it with the bod.
With bod.
So
you don't want the tote bag. I think you can do this one, and I think you can add in.
But why wouldn't I just wait? Go back. Why don't I not want the tote bag?
If you want the tote bag, get the tote bag. It's like a lunch.
Okay. So that's what I want. The combo challenge pack, which is bod, Shakeology,
and then Ultimate Portion Fix. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
I think this is the one. If you get the certification, I think this is the one where you can add in bod at the end.
No. All right.
Yeah. It's a mess.
So wait, what was that one called? You just kept.
There it is. Program. Okay. Program and certification.
No, go back. Stop scrolling.
This?
The combo challenge pack.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
And Shakeology. And the tote. We'll get it. We'll get there. Can I stop sharing? Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
So as a coach, obviously those are the options. I've shared a couple little documents. I have Ultimate Portion Fix group that I've opened. I have not posted a thing in there. No, I'll tell you why, because I've been frozen a lot this week trying to figure out what I'm doing with this thing. But I think it's important that people know, yes, this uses the containers. Yes, you're going to use the containers. So if somebody's like, I don't want the containers, I don't like the containers, this is not for you then it's just not for you. However, if you're struggling with nutrition to the point where like you can't get it right and you've tried everything and you don't know what to do, maybe this is for you. Maybe you need to give this a shot, and maybe you need to figure out what you're doing with your life and if this is going to work for you, because it very well can. So she does not recommend on day one. She's not like, okay, get out your containers, let's wash them and start using them. She's like, you probably won't use these for the first 2 weeks because I need you to understand first the importance of nutrition and how it works in your body. So people aren't like, day one, oh my God, I don't know how to meal prep with these containers, I'm totally overwhelmed, I quit. Like, she walks you through. Day one is like a 3-minute video, and then like a 5-minute video, and then like explaining. And she's teaching this to like a group of people that are all struggling with nutrition. So they're in there and she's like interviewing them and she's asking questions, and it's very like, put yourself in my shoes kind of thing. Let me help you and let me show you that there's other people. You're not in this alone. So I think it's great. I think it's going to be really helpful. It does not have to be done with workouts. You get access to the 21-day fix and 21-day fix extreme workouts. You don't have to do that. I think it comes with a 30-day trial of VOD. I'm not really sure on that. Maybe asterisk, like caveat, it may or may not. I'll have to check. But you do get access to those. And I know that you don't have to pay for them. So I'm assuming they will be unlocked if you are using on demand. A lot of people are using on demand already, but they don't have to. They're not required. For example, my parents are going to be my guinea pigs for this. We're going to see how that goes. And they don't use BOD. They're not going to work out. But as far as this goes, posting on social media, the little hearts post, talking to people about their nutrition. If you've used the containers in the past, doing a post featuring the containers, telling people that you're starting a new nutrition program on April 1st that's going to simplify nutrition and make it really easy and make it a long-term sustainable lifestyle. Sharing transformations that have come out of the coach test group. And then the info group that I've created, yes, you can create your own. You don't have to add people to our team one, but by all means, that's what it's there for. And I'm going to fill it with content as we go. This launches for everyone on March 18th. However, if you have somebody new who wants to sign up as a coach, they can sign up as a coach and get their challenge pack early if they want to start like tomorrow. But it'll launch for everyone on March 18th. So your challengers, if your challengers are seeing this stuff, asking questions, send them the Beachbody blog post that talks about it, where Autumn explains who she is, what she does, what this program is, why it works. There's a video in there. She talks a little bit about it, and just basic information. Obviously, our challengers aren't going to like go buy it from another coach. You know, if you don't send them like a personalized link to your page, they're going to talk to you about it anyway. And then there's a document with the bundle options that says, you know, this is your ultimate, this is your whatever, this is your basic. So you may have people that are like, I don't really want to use Shakeology right now. Can I still do this program? Yes. I'm going to do this group to include everything. Like if anybody wants to do the videos and not do Shakeology or whatever, that's fine. She talks about that kind of toward the end of the videos, how you integrate Shakeology. She talks about Shakeology throughout the whole thing, but she talks about how you integrate it to help and how the containers work. And she helps like people choose a path. And there's a really great option for vegans and vegetarians too, that talk about how to utilize the containers to get the most out of the protein that you need as a vegan or vegetarian too. So, questions? I'm doing a blog post. I've been working on it all week long and spending way too much time overthinking this. Mel Robbins in my brain all week. Stop overthinking things and just do them. So I'm just going to put it out there today. I'm going to go back to my people. So I'm using this new master certification nutrition thing for my own personal benefit, for my own personal knowledge, and because I think it will allow me to bring a little bit more to my challengers that are really struggling with nutrition. And it's something that I've wanted to do. Again, do you have to do it? No, you don't. You can always work through the program. And then if you decide I want more, you can sign up for the master certification later. But there's a lot of great resources, and she does walk you through a lot of the stuff too. If you've been familiar and used the containers and you feel really confident about that, then that may be something that you want to pursue. So I have some great videos that we can use for Insta stories too. I haven't shared them in the team page yet. And I didn't put them in the message thread. But they're a great like teaser for Insta stories. I would probably just reach out to people in your challenge group too, or do a post in your challenge group and say, hey, if you've heard about this, this is the details. Let me know what you think. I'm going to kick off a group on such and such date. There is going to be a challenge group guide where she talks about which video to watch at what time. And I think, you know, the nutrition app and having like headphones in and being able to listen to this, you know, or listen to it as you're in your car, but you will want to take notes along with the videos just because there's a lot of really good stuff in there. And it does come with a workbook and a tracker. Some of the bundles do, most of them, unless you just do the digital whatever. I ordered all that stuff because I think I want it. Just like To Be Mindset, you know, that tracker is money. So yeah, so that's it. That's all I have. If you want in the info group, you can always jump in there. And if you want to create your own, you can always steal all the stuff from there and put it in your own group too. So however you want to do it. I think and real quick on 21 Day Fix and 21 Day Fix Extreme, yes, I'm going to tease that this next week too and talk about how they're doing a live reshoot. And guys, this is what I heard. It's a live reshoot. Like the workouts are going to be at like 9 a.m. Eastern time or Pacific time live. And then you can go back and watch it later. And I'm like, I want to get up and work out in the morning. I don't want to wait until noon to work out a live workout. So I don't know. That's what I like, that they're live streaming them as they go.
Releasing like a week at a time?
I don't think so.
Oh.
So I know that there's a week off in between April 1st and like the 21 Day Fix starts April 1st and then 21 Day Fix Extreme starts April 29th. There's a week in between there. So I may do a prep week and then start the workouts that following week and then go right into 21 Day Fix Extreme. I don't know. I'll post the tracker in the group if anyone wants to print it. Caitlin, I'll send you the other one. Everybody doing PD right now for the most part?
Mine just came yesterday.
Ooh. I'll rave about that Mel Robbins one. I'm going to start reading Girl Stop Apologizing on the Cruise, I think. I'm going to get through this one first. But I read the first, like,
Monday, when I have 3 hours of peace and quiet.
What did you say?
Kelly, you're muted.
I said I'm listening to like 10 different things, I think.
It depends on my mood.
Yes, that's where I'm at. It's like it depends on what I need for the day.
Yeah.
Because I was listening to, well, I still am, but I was solely listening to one of Brene Brown's books. But I found that it was like getting me really pissed off because it just made me like resent my mom a lot.
That's not good.
Yeah, so I was like, I gotta really like tone this down a notch because I can't be thinking about how every day like she makes me crazy. So it had some like nice little happy positive things in there every once in a while. Lots of podcasts. So I switch it up daily. And I pre-ordered Rachel Hollis's book. So it came. It's on my Audible. I just haven't started it yet. because I'm literally in the middle of like 15 things. And I'm like, I got to finish something here before I start something else. I've been listening to Body Love, which I love. Talk about nutrition help. Oh my gosh.
What is it? Body Love?
Oh, it's fantastic. Ashley, have you read it?
I checked it out from the library and I've read the first few chapters and it's really, really good.
It's so good. Honestly, I mean, if this portion fix stuff wasn't coming out, this is the way I would teach all my challengers to eat, because it's so good. And really I can't wait to like follow this plan once I have this baby, and I'm going to need to get weight off, because I feel like it's really, as somebody who's struggled with, like, I've done the portion fix into its like entirety and followed it with fidelity, and I've still not lost weight. You know, like all that 80-day obsession stuff, I did all of that. The time nutrition, it did not work for me for some reason. And so I really look forward to trying this once baby gets here and I have a bunch of weight to lose, because I really think that it's good stuff.
Mm-hmm. It is. She's really good. I like the idea of that morning smoothie, like to just, so yeah, she's like a celebrity nutritionist. Like she has worked with like lots of celeb clients and helps a lot of people. She's based out of LA. Her name's like Kelly Levesque or something. Kelly, just called Body Love.
Yeah, that's right. Leveque.
Is that what Michaela's doing? Her shakes?
Yes, and I've started with mine. Like I put flax and more fat in mine every day. Like according to Portion Fix, I was doing a teaspoon of peanut butter, but according to this chick, she's like, you need at least a tablespoon of almond butter or whatever in there. So, or avocado oil,
but it's like no sugar type stuff. Like you're not, adding like putting a lot of additives and stuff in.
It's about like, she teaches you how like all these things break down into sugar, similar to what you were saying, like Ashley with their Portion Fix training. It sounds very similar, and it's all based on macros too, but it's just like the science of like understanding how these foods break down in your body and how you need them at certain times to fuel your body in the right ways. Like it matters what you eat at what times, and not to say like it's like time nutrition, but like eat these things in the morning and then, it'll get you fueled for the right amount of time for the right, for the rest of the day.
It's really fascinating. And it's something like I've become a lot more like passionate about over the last few years, like understanding the importance of nutrition and trying different programs and trying these different nutrition things. And I think like something that obviously like somebody can understand and take with them for their life is huge. And I, like with Body Love and like with the Portion Fix stuff, I think it's attainable and achievable. Even 2B Mindset, like I think 2B Mindset, and I saw that I actually saw, and you guys can take this, with you too. There's a woman who's a coach that is doing a group, a nutrition-based group, and it's like, pick your path. Do you need less structure, less, blah, blah, blah? Then she sets you up with 2B Mindset. Do you need more structure, more blah, blah, blah? Then she sets you up with Portion Fix. And now she's like, I'm, really proud to offer 2 different nutrition courses. I think Katie Ersta has taken that path too. Because Katie Ersta like threw out the containers and was like, screw that, I'm done with it. And now she's like, well, crap. Now I guess I probably need to learn this too for my people.
Which is where I am.
Yeah. So
2B Mindset, has totally changed all of it for me because I need that less structure.
Yep.
But I'm in that, oh crap, I really probably should learn about the ultimate Portion Fix. And that's the path that I want to go. Like, here are your 2 options. What do you need?
Yeah. So I'm taking this Portion Fix and like running with it and seeing what I can do. I have 2B Mindset in my back pocket. I've talked to people about 2B Mindset. I have people using 2B Mindset. Is it something that I use? Yeah, I eat a lot more veggies now, a lot more than I did before. And sometimes my meals are 2B Mindset focused, and sometimes they're Portion Fit focused. And I think there's a good marriage of the two that can be achieved. But having that extra resource in your back pocket for somebody who's like, 2B Mindset is not structured enough for me. I need more consistent meal planning and more consistent meal prep. Okay, cool. Try this and tell me what you think.
It's not structured enough for me. I I'll go off the deep end and eat like 10 avocados. Like, you can't just say have fat. I'm like, okay, I'll have the whole jar.
See, it's making me think that I should go back and do the 2B mindset certification now.
That's what I'm going to do. I don't think
never done.
I did not choose to do the ultimate portion fix certification.
Yeah.
Tracy is doing it. And so I figured if my goal, actually, I had already planned on doing 2B mindset this summer.
Yeah.
And so now I'm like, if she does the ultimate portion fix and I do 2B mindset, that's a really good balance of information. And Tiffany actually she loves the portion fix too.
Okay. Maybe I'll ask Emily, because I know that she is a 21-day fixer. She loves the containers. I have never used them. I can't handle it. I want to look at my plate and split it into 3 pieces, not
me.
I think she signed up for the master certification.
I think she did too.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll have to find her, talk to her.
All right, y'all. That's all I have. Thanks for getting on. I'll work on that nutrition group. If anybody wants to jump in, I think I shared the link. And I'm going to do, I've always had the best luck with doing, this is the bundle, this is the price, comment below if this is the one that you want. So that's what I'm going to put in there. But I'm going to try to do a live video in there or a recorded video that explains a little bit about Portion Fix and what it is. I mean, there's a Beachbody one on YouTube that's great, but it's like a cheesy salesperson guy that's like, have you tried these portion containers? And I'm like, that's really cheesy, dude. Like, I don't want somebody I don't want an infomercial talking to my customers. Like, I need a real person talking to my customers. So I'm going to try to record something this weekend. I'm not going to make any promises because we have trivia night tonight, and I just don't know how that's going to go. But it's with all my family, like my brother, my dad, my aunt and uncle, and then a friend of mine from high school. And it's also Irish themed, St. Patty's Day themed. And if you know my family of Brennans that love to chug Irish car bombs, it's not going to be pretty. So,
oh my God, I didn't even think about that. I can't have a car bomb this year. Dang it. Those are my favorite things. I love car bombs so much. Oh, darn it.
I'll drink one for you tonight.
Dang it. Yeah, okay, thanks.
Not 7. No, I don't need 7. Just one.
I only do half.
Totally have 7, Ashley. Don't lie.
I do half car bombs. I don't do the full thing anymore.
You might need some Portion Fix when it comes to your booze. Take your yellow container with you and push it.
I need structure. I'm 2B mindset with booze. Woo!
That's what I like about you, though. Don't change it.
I like it.
Instead of more veggies, it's more vodka, and then Tito's, and then I'm just a hot.
Yeah, girl, you're fun.
Fine. You can straddle the line. You can be 2B mindset and Portion Fix. Fine.
Yeah. So I'm going to try to get all my work done this morning, and then share some things. And, yeah, I'll share the recording. I'll share the trackers. I'll share the stuff. We'll do the things. We'll do the things. All right, guys. Have a good weekend. Thanks for getting on, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later.